Now, what exactly, I know we went over this as well, but what exactly now, if I say for sale by owner, just say I did like 3 drop-offs or what exactly, I mean, I know there's so many different things I can bring, but what should I bring if I did, like, I had like booklets.
Bring a listing contract.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, I'm serious.
No, okay.
Yeah. So like, I'll show you. Let me see if I can find one. I have here, this is what I bring. And, it's essentially my listing presentation package.
Okay.
Which we could talk about possibly on one of the next calls, what to put in your listing presentation package. But, and then I usually bring the listing contracts themselves as well, so that I just carry it with me, just like this, and if we get into it, we get into it. If we don't, we don't, and I'm prepared. And my business card is in there. So worst case scenario, I can leave, pop up the business card, give it to them. Or I don't drop off my listing presentation with them though. If they want to dig into the details, we can sit down and do that. If it's not a good time, great. But I've gotten listing appointments just because I brought that with me. I got the listing contract signed right then and there. Like for example, I put up a sold sign. I noticed, hey, there's a for sale by owner over there. I took the sold sign with me. I knocked on the door and I said, hey, I just sold the house down the street and I figured I'd stop by and see what's happening. Have I caught you at a good time? Do you mind if I take a quick look around? Or, how you guys doing for time? I was just in the area. So yeah, come on in. Got to talking, talked about price, and they told me it was on the market before, and then they went FISBO, and then I ended up actually listing it right then and there.
Wow, man, that's
happened a few times for me. I did that one time too. I was door knocking the neighborhood, and I was just literally doing the entire crescent. And I even realized because I parked on this side and I started door knocking, and then there's a FISBO right there. Well, I might as well knock on the FISBO.
Yeah.
And same thing. They ended up having a really good conversation with them. I didn't do a walkthrough at that time, but they invited me back later to listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just,
I think I have to build my confidence. I think that's what's stopping me,
You know what it is?
Confidence thing,
So the same reason why I keep recommending you think about this day. First of all, visualize that day. Second of all, dress to impress. Yep. And third of all, do your affirmations. But I'm telling you right now, I honestly think the reason why you haven't done a deal yet is because you don't believe that you're a realtor yet.
You're right.
You don't dress like a realtor. You don't act like a realtor. You don't think like a realtor. You are one. So that's why I say, do your affirmations. I'm a great salesperson, but I'll tell you this right now. You will feel more like a real estate agent than any other day of the week if there's only one day where not only do you dress for it and treat it like an appointment. Matter of fact, you should pick one of your next days. I don't know exactly what your schedule's like. If that's tomorrow and you don't have any appointments and you're not working at your regular job, book it in your calendar. And I don't even care if there is FISBOs or if there isn't FISBOs. If you don't have FISBOs to look at and you're like, I don't want to overthink this, go preview 6 properties, go preview 10 properties. I don't care. Go out and look at houses because A, you're going to get familiar with the market. B, you're going to bump into you're going to meet people. You're going to stop at the gas station and grab a snack, or Subway, grab a snack, who knows? But the fact is, or even if you preview property, especially if it's with your company, door knock the neighbors, get into activity. If you did that and you come home and you didn't get any leads, you tell me, you dressed to impress, you went and looked at houses, you opened a bunch of lock boxes. When you sit on your couch at the end of the day and answer your text messages, first of all, there's going to be a lead that magically pops into your text messages or into your Facebook messages because you were out doing those activities. It's the law of attraction. Yeah. And you're going to feel more like a realtor after those activities than anything else you've ever done. Because I know right now, since between this call and last call, you told me already, I showed a house. That was the highlight of what happened between here and last time. Can you also agree with me that when you were showing that house, you felt more like a realtor than any other moment?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So now you're not waiting for that opportunity. It doesn't matter if that buyer lead was a good lead or not a good lead. I don't know if it is, but the point is, if you're intentionally going out to do these things, it's naturally all going to fall into place. Looking at properties, it's not the product knowledge. That is a valuable part of it, but it's getting into motion, getting into activity. I can tell you this, even to this day, in the dead of winter in our market, when it slows down to absolutely nothing, I still do this activity. If I'm at home prospecting for too many days in a row, I've got to get out and preview property. And for me, it doesn't matter. It might be a realtor open house. It might be stopping by someone else's open house. It might be me hosting 3, 4, 5, 6 open houses. in one weekend to get in and preview property.
So
Open
that's
house.
when you say. So you're saying to preview. When you say stop by properties, but you're also saying preview properties that are for sale. Like that's what you're talking about as well.
Yeah. So basically, what a preview means is I'm just going to look at a house that's for sale.
Yeah. Yep.
You're going to show a house without a buyer.
Cool. All right.
But you can tell a listing agent, hey, I wanted to preview.
Yeah.
And if you book it on a showing app, they're not going to ask you if you have a buyer.
No, of course not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
all right, that's actually a good idea, because I knew you were saying, and then you said that, and then you also said like pass by for, but in my head I'm concentrating on the for sale by owners stopping by. But then when you said preview, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like that's actually a great idea.